Many instructors in their courses, specifically in their Niihka sites, use the tests and quizzes tool for online assessments. And so this video is going to show you how to go about submitting those assessments in your course. The first thing you need to do is log into Niihka and then go to the tab at the top for the course site that you need to take the test for. Your instructor will normally have turned on the tests and quizzes tool on the left hand side, so you'll see that as a link. And if you go ahead and click on that, it'll take you to a page that shows you all of the available assessments that you can take as a student. The top section shows you the ones that you have not yet taken or the ones that are available for you to take. And the bottom section will show you all of the assessments that you have already taken. You'll notice I do have a test available for me, and so that's the name of the test. There's a 30-minute time limit, and there's also a due date for this test. So if I'm ready to go ahead and take the test, I can click on the title. This will give me some instructions that the instructor has provided for me. You'll see again the due date here showing that's a 30-minute time test, that your test will be submitted when the time is expired, regardless of whether or not you've actually completed the assessment. I can submit this assessment one time, and feedback will be provided after or while I take this test. Some instructors will choose different times to give feedback back to the students. This one happens to be as I'm answering questions. Some instructors will do it after you've submitted your assessment. You can get your feedback. Some have it set up so that on a certain date, maybe 2 weeks in the future, you'll be able to get your feedback at that point. So that's going to vary depending on what your instructor chooses. Once you're ready to take your assessment, I can click on Begin Assessment. And you'll see here at the top that the time has started ticking down. If I choose not to look at the time while I'm taking the assessment, I can always choose Hide Show Remaining Time, and that will hide it for me. This assessment is set up so that I can go back and forth between questions, and so you can see a table of contents here. You can also click on the next button and move to the second question, and then if I decide to go back and edit or just skip over the first question the first time around, I can click on previous, and that will take me back to the previous questions. So I'm going to enter some information here. And then let's say that's good enough for me. I can click on next and go to the second question. And then once I'm done, you'll see that I'm now on the last question. So the next button is grayed out, but I do have save and submit for grading. The save button basically allows me to save my progress and move on to a different question in the assessment. You don't necessarily have to save, especially for the shorter quizzes, but for the longer ones you may want to do that just in case something happens to your connection. Once you're ready to go, you can click on Submit for Grading, and then it will give you a warning saying you're about to submit that. It will show you that you still have time left. So you can click on Previous and go back to the test if you want, or if you're certain that you want to submit your test at this time, you can click on Submit for Grading. Once you've done that, it will take you to a confirmation page. This confirmation number is very important because it tells you, it does tell you that Niihka has received your assessment, and if your instructor ever claims that you have not turned in your assessment, this confirmation number will help IT services track down what happened to your test when you hit submit. And this way we can do some investigation and hopefully retrieve your test if for some reason your instructor can't access it. If I click on continue, it will take me back to the main tests and quizzes page. You'll notice I don't have an assessment available to me currently, but I can see the assessment that I have already taken. I can see some class statistics on how they've done. I can see my recorded score so far. I have feedback available to me. I can see again my score, the time that it took me to complete the assessment, and the date and time stamp of the actual submission. So this is when I did click the confirmation button that said submit for grading.